What's going on, guys? It's Sunday, December 8th, 2024, 7:31 p.m. Here we are. Okay, so I gotta make this quick. It's 7:30. I still gotta do a role play with ChatGPT, so here we are. As far as the blade goes, how are we doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today's the 8th? Holy shit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, today's day 7 of Blade 1, dude. Cruising right along. We're a fourth of the way there. After tonight, we'll be a fourth of the way there. Pretty close, anyway. So, cool. All right, so can't be late anywhere. Roleplay with ChatGPT or a person. Crucible, gotta wake up early, rigor, do anything. Cool, man. So I did all those things. I'm doing good today. So it's day 7 of Blade 1. Cool. That's that. So got a couple things I wanted to touch on, and then I'm just going to dive into the role play. And a couple episodes ago, I put it in the title that I did one, and if you read in the description, I didn't record it. I didn't want to have to deal with all that shit and record it and then type about it and then upload it and everything like that. So I didn't. And yeah, so there's that. So the quick things that I wanted to talk about, which are a little overdue. So I ran the scholarship offer. I ran the Black Friday offer. Those things are... those are done now. So who won? Well, to full transparency, there was only one person that applied for the entire thing, and that was actually a friend of mine, Jaden, a really good friend. He's a really great guy. And regardless of him being my friend, the reasoning and the whole application as to why he wants this opportunity is got a lot of respect for the guy. And even if there was a shit ton of people who applied, this is a very strong case for why he should win the scholarship. So anyway, that doesn't matter because there's only one person that did it. It was him, so we got it. And I posted on my social. Maybe I got to be a little bit more vocal about it so people know that somebody won. But whatever, man, we're learning. So he won. And it's cool because now I've got someone in the program, and now I can see and experiment with the rest of the software. So I have Everfit. I had goddamn 60 episodes. I mean, it's kind of an exaggeration. Dedicated to trying to find a software that I liked and I wanted to roll with. And now that I have it, and now that I have everything set up, and now I'm able to actually have somebody go in and I can see what they're doing. I can get the notifications, how they would. I can see the things that they're doing, all this stuff. So cool, man. I mean, and here's the thing. I'm not necessarily prepared for that, which sounds so stupid to say. I mean, what have I been doing, right? But no, I'm not necessarily prepared. And the reason why I say that is because everything's set up, but as far as how to present it to the client step by step, right now I'm dropping the ball because there's a lot of things that I need to have him do. And I don't really even know the best order of operations to do it. I know onboarding is so important in any process that you do. And I want to make sure that everything is so crystal clear. Everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows step by step what to focus on, what days they can expect what, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I'm just looking at his plan right now. I have to remove the training. This is really confusing, dude. So I got to remove that. What works as a primary Sunday in the future will be removed. Okay, remove. Yeah, so lots to learn there, but at least I have everything figured out and done. So that all I have to do is kind of connect the dots here. So go here for this, go here for that, blah, blah, blah. So work in progress, man. There's a lot going on, and it's crazy. So just some prioritization and organization, and then that with just staying true to the course. I don't know, dude. It's kind of discouraging sometimes to think about, because I have written on my whiteboard right here. I've talked about this multiple times. So 58 days ago, I wrote on my whiteboard, what scares me right now? And I put role playing, sales calls, booking calls, going live on social media, being in the same place in 90 days. And that last one is the most fearful. Now, I'm not in the same place I was 90 days ago. But to think that in 30 days, 90 days ago will have been the day that I joined the mastermind that I'm in. And if in 30 days I still don't have a client, a client that's paying, that just kind of makes me feel shitty, dude. I know I'm not in the same place because I've learned a lot and I'm growing. I mean, for example, I've got 2 Instagram reels that I posted today and yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say. And we're going on a way deep side tangent here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My 9th batch of making videos. My 9th batch. My 9th time putting out content, learning from it, putting out content, learning from it. 9th time. Took me 9 iterations, right? And when I say iterations, everything hits different. But I have this. So I'm going to play it because it's really short. But this is the real. So it's got me doing dumbbell bent over pullbacks, which is an exercise I never see anybody do, which I love a lot. So here it goes.
If I got $1 for every single.
Oh, let me turn it up because it's important.
If I got $1 for every single time that I saw someone in the gym doing this movement,
I've been here for 20 minutes,
I would have $0. And it's crazy because this movement is so good at engaging the back and the rear delts. Mainly focuses on the mid back. You can try it for yourself. Just bend over a little bit above parallel to the floor and bring it straight back like you would a straight arm pull down. It's the same thing and it works wonders.
So that's the reel, and it's been my, up until today, it's been my highest performing reel, and it's reached 1,095 counts. It's got 1,304 views. It's been saved 10 times, which is fucking sick. And I've gotten 2 follows from it. So, dude, that's fucking cool, man. And then there's this one that I posted in Lexi's the Star. I'm just doing the voiceover. And here you go.
If you're a short king with no ego, I got a little tip for you. Grab the top plate of the stack, pull it upward, and then insert the pin where you normally would. That lowers where the handle is. You can grab it, no problem. If you're a short king with
That's it. And I believe that this one is doing well because it's so short. Because the video itself is 10 minutes long. Well, 10 seconds long. And the average watch time is 9 seconds. So everybody's finishing it. Everybody's watching it start to finish. Now, I've gotten 1 follow from it. I've gotten 2 comments, 2 shares, 2 saves, 16 likes. What else? I've reached 1,600 accounts. And yeah. So anyway, 9 iterations to finally get 2 back-to-back posts above 1,000, I guess, watches. What the fuck do you call that? Watches? Views? Yeah. Watches? Yeah, it's views. So I've got another one I'm going to post tomorrow. And just based off of what I've learned so far, I don't think that one will hit. Now, I say hit in quotation marks because this thing popped off for me. It only hit 2,600 views. But for me, that's popping off because what I've been getting, I mean, it 10x my views right there. Because what I've been getting is 300, 400, 200, 60, 300, 200, 200, 200, 300, 100. So if we're to get almost 3,000, that's a 10x increase in viewership, which is exactly what I need. And I'm going to keep it real, guys. I got to piss. Be right back. And we're back. So anyway, 9 iterations of making shit, and it's going better. And so when I think about being in the same place, this is how it ties in 90 days, I don't feel that way because I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm progressing. And I mean, I think that's just it, man. I'm learning, and we got to find that quote from Alex again because it just fucking hit so hard. Maybe it's the music and maybe it's just his facial expression, but we got to find this again. So let's go to our history. Let's find Alex Hormozy. When did I talk about that, guys? Right here.
There's this huge time delay between when we start behaving in a way that a winner behaves and when we start winning. And the problem is that the bigger the mountain you're trying to climb, the bigger the W you're trying to get, typically the more delayed it is between when you start behaving like a winner and when you start being a winner. it happens slower than you expect and then faster than you can imagine. And I think that's the part that everyone misses is they...
Slower than you can expect and then faster than you can imagine. Not word for word. I fucked it up, even though he just said it 3 seconds ago. But it's just tough sometimes to think that it's going to work logistically and logically. But then I just remind myself, it's just unreasonable that I do this for another 30 years and I don't see any kind of success. And it's such a high number. I'm not even 30 years old. So to put anything above 27 years old, 27 years, that just says my whole lifetime ahead of me to get one goal. And I think it's just a perspective shift for me. And I think I don't know how to word this. I think that I've just accepted the fact. I'm not sure, man. I have such ambition, and I think I've put so much work into where I'm at now that it's kind of a now or never thing for me. It's how I see it mentally. So if I quit now, then what am I going to do? Because it would make it, dude, this is me. And I'm talking about me and my experience, my belief, my stance. If I were to stop what I'm doing now, stop the podcast, withdraw from the mastermind, take down all my social media, go off the grid and just game all day. Because truthfully, man, that sounds pretty fucking cool. If I'm talking about enjoyment of the day and hanging out with friends and gaming with little brother, dude, that sounds surreal. But I'll tell you what, dude, what's not going to be fucking cool is if I did do that and then I have kids and then I let them down because they have a dad that's a fat slob who doesn't have his shit together. He gave up on all his dreams, all his goals. He has nothing to show for all the ambition that he claims he had. He's got big buildings in Minecraft, but, who the fuck gives a shit? And then we've got, future spouse letting them down. I'm supposed to be the provider, the protector, the leader of the family. And if all I am is I just want to go to work, come home and play video games. And then the fuck is that, dude? And all these goals and ambitions that I've had of buying my mom a car, paying off grandma and grandpa's debt, or being able to just do Secret Santa stuff, or being able to help, all that goes out the window because I want to be having a, quote, good time with the boys tonight on Minecraft or RuneScape or Call of Duty. And I'm not trying to take a shit on anybody who enjoys those things. And you absolutely can do both. I just don't think that I should. That's one of the biggest things, man. Know thyself. If you know that if you have a bite of a cookie, you're going to eat the whole goddamn sleeve in the package, then don't have a cookie. It's not about, oh man, it's just one. It's like, it is just one cookie. But for me, that's a slippery slope. That's 1 foot on the slide. I take one more foot. I take my left foot, put it on the slide. I'm going down, dude, head first. That's it. So it's not about, oh, it's just one cookie, or it's just one night. Oh, you can stop working for 5. Dude, if I do that, I'm fucked because I know myself that well. And so maybe that's what it is, man. I know that if I even entertain the idea of backing off and slowing down, that's it. Because this is it's like a 4 times a charm kind of thing as far as the coaching thing goes. I mean, guys, it's crazy to think, but I had a deadlift of 455 pounds for 4 reps. I deadlifted 405, 411 reps. It's fucking insane. I competed in a men's physique bodybuilding competition. I won the teen division. I have however many certifications from the ISSA for personal training, nutrition specialist, corrective exercise specialist, bodybuilding specialist, DNA program design specialist, I think. And then as a result of getting those, I got the certified health coach from the ISSA, and I got the certified elite trainer from the ISSA. I completed 75 hard, completed live hard. I've got a lot of shit under my belt, and for me to just say, nah, like what? I don't even really know the direction I wanted to head with the show, but here I am. So I'm learning. And anyway, to get back on track, I don't want to be in the same place in 90 days. And I know that's not true. And what I'm trying to get at, that I keep falling off the goddamn rails here with this topic of conversation, is I'd like to have more clientele. I'd like to be making money, because I talk about it every time I do a role play. Let me pull it up real quick. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The last 11 days, I've sold 7 people. Now, obviously, maybe I didn't, and maybe it's actually much lower. But in my head, in a year, this is where I'll be consistently. In my head, like absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that in the next year, I can't get my shit going so much so that this is normal for me, because all it would take is 30 calls a month. Now that's a shit ton. That's 365 calls a year. That's a lot of people that know, like, and trust me so much so that they'd want to talk to me on the phone about changing their life. I get that that's a big ask, and that might be way out of the ballpark for me at the moment. But I mean, that doesn't even have to be the case. I could just have. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm closing right now. What did we say? It was 62%. Siri, what is 7 divided by 11?
It's
63.
0.6364.
So 64%. 64% of sales calls. Now let's say that I have 100 calls. Let's just do some quick math. So if I have 100 calls in the 2026 year, 64 calls times it by $1,000. Why am I using my calculator for that? What a dumbass, dude. That's 64 grand. So 64 grand right there. That's enough. I mean, that's more than I make now. That's actually the exact same that I make now. Hold on. So if you're new to the show, work at an Air Force base, make $31.28 an hour. And very, very glad that I make that, because it definitely would be harder if I didn't. Probably just go work FedEx again, I'll be honest. I did make more at FedEx, actually. I made a lot more per hour, but some days I only worked 4 or 5 hours. Some days I worked 10. Some days in Colorado, I goddamn it worked, woke up at 7, got to work at 8, got back to the terminal at 11 p.m. 15-hour shift, damn near 16. Matter of fact, guys, that's episode 4 and 5, I think. Talk about FedEx, what FedEx taught me about life or discipline, whatever it is. That's a good episode. I forgot about that. But 31.28 times 40 times 52. Yeah, so 65. So all it takes for me is to have a call every third day, every 3 days, and then to sell them. Wait, no. Sorry, it takes a call every 3 days, and then for me to only sell 6 out of 10 people. Or I guess that would be 3 out of 5 people. So in a year's time, that's where I want to be. I want to be even further along. And wow, dude, bringing it back. 90 days, I want to have some income coming in. Income coming in. I want to have some income coming in, and I want to have that change. I want to have that impact. And I don't have that yet. So with everything else on that list, why does it take me 20 minutes to go through a 5-point bulletin list, dude? God damn it. I haven't even gotten to the other things I want to talk about. Role playing, sales calls, booking calls, going live on social, being in the same place in 90 days. So role playing, I've done that. I've conquered that. I mean, I'm not going to say I've conquered it. It still gives me kind of in my stomach, because it's like, I'm talking to a real person. I got to pretend. We're going to pretend that I'm this person, and we're going to pretend that he's this person, and then we're going to pretend to have a conversation. It's weird, dude. But I've gotten over that. And then an actual sales call, I can only imagine that I'm going to shit my pants when I actually get on a call, but you guys will hear it. You guys will be here. You'll know what my first ever sales call is like. Maybe my first ever sales call, I bomb it. Maybe my first ever sales call, I get the sale, and then I freak the fuck out. And then we have booking calls. Now, it sounds so dumb to have somebody book a call, but that's real shit, man. Somebody's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take an hour out of my day to talk to this guy that I barely know anything about, who claims he knows how to help me get from this position in life to the next position. That's just a lot of pressure on me, dude. And maybe that's just a lack of confidence. Maybe that's imposter syndrome on my end. Maybe that's a lack of belief in myself. And maybe it's all the above. Maybe it's none of the above. I don't know. But I just got to keep going. I got to continue acting and stop thinking about shit. I got to just go. If it's messy and it sucks, then I'll fix it. I just got to keep on going, keep on keeping on. So that's that. Now, before I go on another side tangent, I'm going to talk about the other couple points. So first one that we already talked about was Jaden won the scholarship. He's the first client in this fourth bout of coaching. So he's in there. He's got access to everything. So we'll see with feedback what he likes, what he doesn't like, what works, what doesn't work. And I'm trying to keep track of metrics and stuff. And it's difficult because it's really nice to be able to give guarantees with metrics. And what I mean by that is 85% of all my clientele, and this is for me, not the guarantee, 85% of all clientele who take action and start their workout within the first 48 hours as opposed to waiting any longer, those are the people that see the most results as opposed to the people who wait longer or say that they can't start until this day. So when I have the data for that, I can see common trends and just know right off the bat if someone's going to be a good client or not. And I guess just expect that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he's in the program, so that's cool. I have a client. Now, I already talked about the Instagram Reels, quote, popping off, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over that. So one has 2,600, one has 1,300 with 10 saves, which is cool. Which, now, I don't want to get all cocky because I only had one pop off, but I didn't do anything special. It was just me. It was one shot. I'm just doing bent over dumbbell pullbacks. I'm not doing rows. I'm not doing lateral raises. I'm doing pullbacks. So you bend over and you have dumbbells in front of you, like you're trying to touch your toes, and then you bring them back parallel to your body, parallel to the floor, and you just squeeze your back, and you feel it in the mid-back. Feel it a little bit in your traps. You feel it in your lats. And I just never see people doing that, and that's true. But part of me is like, yeah, the reason why that one popped off is because I inserted the word fuck in the background to make somebody laugh or either try to figure out what was going on or whatever. Maybe that's not the reason why I did well. Maybe it really is the exercise. Because I said if I got $1 for every time that I saw someone do this exercise, I would have $0. So maybe it was that. I don't know. Too many variables to pick out one and say that's why or that's the reason. So yeah, I'm just excited to keep on making more. I'm excited to keep on learning because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I find it's fucking frustrating sometimes, very irritating. It's very tedious, but I would rather do this and make no money for the next 5 years than to just commit or accept and settle for a mediocre life when I know, and I will know for the rest of my entire life that I gave up and I threw out everything that I had going for me because I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't endure the pain, the struggle, the weight, so that's that. So I will prevail, man. I will, promise. And you guys are all going to be here to witness it. I think it's cool when I say shit like this because it sounds cool now, but in the future, if somebody, if they came across my page and they're like, oh, that guy drives a Lambo, I want to listen to his podcast, and they go back and listen to episode 416, they're talking about, oh, yeah, he didn't have shit. And he said he was going to make it. He said he will prevail. And he did. Holy shit, this guy's the real deal. That's cool, dude, to hear somebody, imagine there's a recording of Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Dirk Nowitzki or Tim Duncan, you name it. They're sitting in their bedroom as a little kid or something like that. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to be in the NBA one day and I'm going to win a MVP and I'm going to do this and I'm going to score this many points and I'm going to play against Kobe and I'm going to play against LeBron. And then they do it. It's legendary. It's so fucking cool. Because they just, so cool. It's just fucking cool. So anyway, what am I saying here? Different level of work. Oh, yeah. So third and final thing, I'm going to get into the role play. I might even just end the show, and I don't really want to have to worry about doing all this stuff, man. I really don't want to role play, dude. God damn it. Oh, it's annoying, bro. That's what I get for putting it off, huh? So the last thing I want to talk about is the different level of work when there's a real human in the program. And what I mean by that is now that Jaden is in the program, everything that I've created, I need to know if it works. 'Cause I have nothing to test it on. I have no idea how somebody else would read it, react, piece together the dots, and know what to do next. So now that there's that, I'm working on so many different things. One of those things is Neato. I got some Neato shit going on again, except this time we're using Neato knowledge base. Now, it's pretty much a giant FAQ. However, you can import so many different things. And here's an example. And because it's Neato, and Neato has multiple different softwares to choose from, we have the record, the calendar, all that stuff. They're all integrated with one another. So I can record videos on Neato Record and then embed them in the question area. So think of it like on the far left, there's, for example, there's billing, there's accounting, there's English, there's history, there's math, there's science, whatever. You click on each of those and then it has a drop down of 10 different topics. English 101, English 1050, English this, how to use punctuation, and then you go to the science. So there's these different categories and different pages, and you click on those and it tells you how to do each one or step by step or whatever. So right now I've got how to set up the EverFit app with a video embedded, and then below that we have step by step. And then below that I've got MyFitnessPal linking it to EverFit. I've got a PDF linked as well. I've got a photo. And below that I've got progress photos weekly with a good example of how to do them and a bad example of how to do them, an explanation and everything. And the goal with this is to put everything in here so that all the client needs to do is keep track of one link rather than a link to this document, a link to this document, a link to this folder, a link. All they would have to do is click this one link each time, and they would have access to everything. And here's the cool part. When I want to share it, where is it at? Is it this one? Hold on, where is it? Categories or security. So I can make it publicly available so anybody with the link can access. I can make it password protected so a person needs to know the password to access. And then I can make it only the invited people can access. And it's when I send them an email. So they would have to click the link in their email. I believe. I'd have to check that out. And then only the people with email having certain keywords, and then only team members. So I can make it password protected. I can make it anybody can access, which I don't think is a big deal. But, I mean, I just don't like the idea of this being free willy-nilly out there. Somebody gets the link, they can just, I don't know. But anyway, I want to make that because I realized after I was onboarding Jaden today, I was like, man, he needs to know this and he needs to know that. I didn't even talk about this. And he needs to know this. And just to get this in documentation, I think it's fucking embarrassing, but it was the point of the show. So I have a template for the onboarding email. I'm going to read it to you because I think it's fucking funny what I did. So let me pull it up. So I sent it to Jaden, dude. I sent it to Jaden. So the email starts off, I said, it's official, welcome to the program. I need 10 to 15 minutes of your time to make sure you're clear on what the next steps are and that you're part of the Legion Fit. Now, below this, it's highlighted in blue with green fluorescent letters. And it says this. Here, you want to write a brief summary of what their goals are and what you're committed to helping them accomplish over the next 16 weeks. That's not meant for anybody's eyes except mine. Nobody should see that except me. And in fact, so I sent this, and it says that. It's big, bold, blue, and you can see it. I sent this to fucking Jaden, dude. Now, thank goodness he's a friend of mine, and he understands that I'm trying to get this going. That's embarrassing, dude. If that would have been a real client, I would have fucking sold the whole farm, dude. And then that's not even the only part. At the very bottom is, let's get started. This is a 16-week commitment to your goal of, and then in the blue and the green, whatever their goal is. And I'm going to give you my very best to these next 16. Yeah, dude, just embarrassing. Very embarrassing. And yeah, so my first email I ever sent to a client on the fourth go around was an absolute flop. But anyway, we'll figure that out. But I just want to make sure that everything is set up, ready to go. Everybody that joins the program from here on out knows what they need to work on, when, what's important now, what they can work on later, all the shit. So, yeah, that's that, guys. I don't know, man. I think that's it. So, excuse me. I'm tired. Okay. I think it's it, guys. I don't really want to do the role play. I don't really want to record it anyway. But here's what I'll do. I'll go over the what I need to work on. Where is it at? Right here. So must be full and complete from start to finish to count. 3 objections, 2 things I can get better at, 1 thing I feel I did well on. Not using bad words, working objections and flow. I feel like I did well at talking to a human. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and type in the date. I'm going to end the show here in just a sec. Yeah, that's it. Appreciate you guys listening. That was it. So, yeah, anyways, if you heard yesterday's show, I'm going to just stop talking about this podcast in real life. I mean what I say, man. It's not meant for anybody to listen to. I don't record it for people to listen to now. I record it for the people who in 10 years are now getting around to it. And I have 10 years of proof and experience and documentation that I know what I'm talking about. I made the mistakes. I did this. I did that. I was scared. I was shy. I was insecure. I fucked up this, did that wrong. And yet I own 3 Lamborghinis and my whole family's retired. Right? You know how cool that'd be? That's the goal. So for the people who listen now, I'm not ungrateful. I think it's fucking cool that anybody gives me their time of day. But, I don't know how to say it, but I don't care if people listen. If I didn't have any listen, the numbers go up for the next however many years. I mean, matter of fact, let's just pull it up right quick. We've got 3,897 downloads in the last, or of all time, I should say. So I'm averaging about 15 downloads an episode. Oh, shit, dude. I think that people don't know that I have B episodes, or they just prefer to listen to that one first because all the B episodes have 1 more listen than the normal episodes. And it's consistent. So people just click the first one. I don't know. Seems whatever. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm done talking. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.